Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for May 19th through 25th. Let's get right into your reading. Let's see what Spirit has to say for your week ahead. Everything you need to know. Okay, you've got the Palace of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Devil, the Ten of Wands, and the Palace of Wands. Wow. Okay, so Aquarius. This is a week of having a deep conversation with somebody, okay? I'm going two different ways with this, so I'll bring forth both messages that I'm feeling. Some of you, this is a much needed heart-to-heart where I feel somebody's finally opening up to you about some things that they're thinking and that they're feeling, and it's not easy for them to do this, whether this is a romantic connection, a friendship, or a family connection. Somebody's really opening up to you about what's been going on with them, why they've been acting a very specific way, or just not being right, not treating you right. They've been going through some things within themselves and they're finally opening up to you. Now, the other way I'm feeling this is some of you, it's time to initiate a conversation with somebody and call them out on their behavior, because the way that they're acting is not fair to you, and Spirit's really acknowledging that. You feel like you've been walking on eggshells. It doesn't matter what you do, what you say, it's just never ever good enough. Okay, and so this week Spirit is saying have the courage to initiate this conversation and don't hold back. Don't worry about if it upsets them, if it ruffles their feathers, or if they're like, you know what, screw you, Aquarius, I'm out of here. Don't worry about any of that, because what needs to be said needs to be said. You deserve answers. You deserve better than the way that they have been treating you, okay? And that's very abundantly clear. So like I said, I feel two very strong paths of these cards. And now for those of you where somebody's just going to kind of open up to you, that's not a conversation that you're really going to initiate. They're finally just going to open the vault and be like, Aquarius, this is my truth. This is how I've been feeling, or this is what I've been going through, or this is what I've been doing, and I can't keep it from you any longer. All right. With the Devil and the Ten of Wands, they're saying, I can't keep this from you any longer. And there's genuine feelings of fear and remorse and sadness within this person. Okay, but if this goes the other way, where somebody is just treating you terribly, it's time for you to make that call and say, you know what, I can't take this anymore. This is too much. The way that you're acting, the way that you're treating me, the way that you just dropped the ball, the way that you're just not there for me and I'm always there for you. You need to initiate that conversation. And I know that can be kind of confusing, but the person that wants to open up to you, I don't feel that you have anger or frustration towards them. If anything, you're kind of in a place of confusion and sadness. And the other conversation that can take place where you need to initiate and call them out is there is a lot of frustration and anger, and things have really been building up within you. So that's how you can know the difference, all right? In one situation, you're feeling kind of confused and sad, I just don't understand. And in the other situation, you're frustrated. You're at your wit's end with this person. And so it could be one or the other, or perhaps for some Aquarius, there's two people that you're going to have a conversation with this week. And also, Aquarius, this can go the other way around, where you've been acting distant Okay, you've been very, very closed off, and somebody around you is feeling quite confused and doesn't understand why, they can't get through. You're, oh no, everything's fine, we're fine, all of that type of energy, when inside you know that that's not the truth, and you're being really weighed down by worry and fear of something. And if that rings true, Aquarius, it's time to finally open up and let somebody know where you're coming from, why you've been distant, what you're worrying about, what is really stressing you out. Open up and let somebody in. Let them help you, okay? Because if that resonates with you, where you're the one that's really kind of keeping things to yourself because you're used to being very independent and handling everything on your own, there's somebody around you that genuinely loves you and cares about you and is perplexed by your coldness, by your distance, even though you have no intention of hurting that person. It's time to open up to them and let them know your inner world with this Palace of Cups. Let them know what's going on, what you're afraid of, what you're going through, because they genuinely want to be there for you. So regardless of how you resonate, this is a week of heart-to-heart conversation. And now the one where somebody, you're just kind of at your wit's end with that person, they may not want to have a heart-to-heart, but that's not your problem. Spirit's saying you deserve better than this. You're not their doormat, you're not their whipping post, and it's time to really call them out on their behavior and put them in their place, and not have any fear or worry or concern to how they're going to react or respond, because you are at your wit's end. And if you don't have this conversation now, you may end up saying something to them that you regret in the end, or this, or you might just end up feeling very shortchanged and empty-handed. Okay, so where you're feeling kind of sad and confused, I feel that person's going to open up to you. Where you're at your wit's end, you really need to call that person out. And if it is you that's been holding back, that's been distant, that's been cold, it's time to open up and let somebody in and let somebody help you, because they genuinely love you, Aquarius. They want to be there for you. They're not going to judge you. All right, Four of Wands. Conversations restore stability within you, within somebody else, or within your relationship with them. Page of Swords. See, Page of Cups and Page of Swords. These are both about messages and conversations. Seven of Cups with the Devil. Knight of Wands with the Ten of Wands. And the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so even if you feel that by calling somebody out, or you yourself opening up, that it's pointless, somebody won't understand, somebody won't care, you've really got to let that go. Opening up and having these conversations is going to be such a relief for you. And this right here, these two pages, this is exactly what I was feeling, where on one path, you're feeling kind of sad and confused, and this person is going to finally open up to you. And the other path where, you're at your wit's end, this person might not be as receptive, but things need to be said. Somebody needs to be put in their place. And for those of you where it goes the other way around, and you finally need to really open up and share your heart and what's going on with you, you fear their reaction, or you fear they won't care, but they actually will. And for those of you where this is you're at your wit's end, you're kind of already thinking and fearing the worst around that person. Okay, I don't think it's gonna be as bad as you think it's gonna be, by calling them out and really putting them on the spot, trying to get them to talk about why they're behaving, or even take ownership and accountability for their behavior. You've still got to do it. You need to really put your foot down. That is what Spirit's saying, because if not, things are just going to perpetuate and perpetuate and perpetuate and then blow up in a way that does not please you, does not please them. But if you know, initiate that conversation right now, it really prevents that explosion down the road. And for those of you where it's like you really need to open up to somebody, don't think about, well, what will they think of me? How will they feel? The fact that you're opening up and you're sharing your truth is everything that they want and need, even if your truth may not be things they want to hear. There is respect in you bringing that truth to them. Okay, so this week, Aquarius, is all about conversations, things that really need to be said. And in some instances, you need to initiate that conversation and not hold back, whether you got to put somebody in their place or it's time for you to really open up. And in another instance, this is where somebody is finally going to open up and tell you what's going on with them, how they feel, what they've been going through. And a big part of why they've been hiding it is because they too are afraid of your reaction. Will Aquarius look at me differently? Will Aquarius think less of me by me sharing my heart? And I don't feel that you will, okay? Just like if you are the one that really needs to open up and share your heart space with somebody else, I don't feel that they're going to judge you or think any less of you for sharing. Okay, so it's time to have a kumbaya this week, Aquarius, with somebody. Or this, you could say, actually, I resonate with all three scenarios. I know who I need to call out. I know who needs to open up to me, and I know who I need to open up to. It's time for a kumbaya, Aquarius. It's time to talk about things. It's time to share feelings and have no fear in it. Spirit's saying it is time. And perhaps you've really been holding back, trying to spare somebody's feelings here. Okay, with that person that you're at your wit's end, you've really been trying to spare their feelings, but you've also got to put yourself in the equation, and whatever's going on in that scenario, it is not fair to you, Aquarius, not one bit. All right, Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. And see, that's why some of you are holding back and not opening up. That's why some of you are not calling somebody out, is because you do care about preserving this connection. But it's time to speak. You know, being in our separate corners, trying to keep things to ourselves, it's not going to work any longer. Spirit of the River, movement towards adventure. Things are going to work out better than you expect, okay? You just got to be open and honest if you need to share, and if you need to call somebody out, you can't hold back. And if somebody comes to you to really share their heart with you, you know, give them respect and gratitude for that, because it's not going to be easy for them. And Well Song resonating. See? I feel the person that you need to call out, you guys will eventually move beyond this heaviness, okay? Or by you finally calling them out, you are going to feel relieved and not carry this weight on your shoulders anymore. And Aquarius, if you are the one that truly needs to open up and let somebody in, you guys are going to be in sync with each other. Okay, with this Well Song and resonating. Don't have any fear. It's time to share. It's time to open up. And the person that wants to open up to you, Make them, you know, feel like you are a safe space. Like you could tell me anything you need to say. I'm just going to be quiet and I'm just going to listen and really hear them. And I feel in that situation where somebody needs to open up to you, it has a very beautiful ending. All right. Just like if you're, oh my gosh, this card just fell out as I said that. Happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. Yes. For those of you that somebody just needs to open up to you and you're just kind of confused and sad, or if you need to open up, that ends very, very beautifully. Now, in the scenario where you're calling somebody out and kind of calling them on their BS, they may be mad at first. They may say some things to you. Draw that boundary and be like, all right, I'm not dealing with you until you can treat me respectfully, and close the door on that until they can grow up a little bit, because they might be a little immature with this Knight of Wands. But all in all, I feel in the end of each three of these scenarios, there is a happy place to be found. And that flying out, I mean, that was beautiful. So those are your messages. If you feel that you need a personal tarot reading, love reading, or mediumship reading, my daughter is a wonderful psychic medium, and I will link her information below. I am sending you so much love and light, Aquarius. Take care.